It's just been wild the last couple of days. Just what looks like decent play followed by absolute garbage. So.
Try to end it. What's been your misses if you would have to?
Straight left actually, like
Straight left.
30, 45 degrees, just directly left.
Okay.
So far today, it seems to be a little bit of a high slice, but
yeah. Right. What's your
Path is way better.
yeah, that's the last three have been exactly the same almost.
Not bad. Try to let your eyes not follow your backswing. I know you want to look at where the ball, where your club's going.
Yeah.
Try not to.
Funnily enough, if I look at the ball,
You hit it good?
you hit it good.
It's funny how that works, right?
What a coincidence, never would have thought about that one. Felt like I didn't really get round though.
What do you mean?
Like I didn't rotate enough.
In the backswing?
Yeah.
Kind of agree with that.
That was better.
Good. Two more. I don't know where that comes from. That's fine.
I have a feeling I know where that might come from too, but let's see if you have the same conclusion as me. Thing is, on the grass, that's a total chunk.
Yeah, for sure. Without a doubt.
Here, it seems like it's not a bad shot, but on the grass that goes...
No, I mean,
20
the
meters.
mats, it's way more forgiving, right? Club bounces, so it gives you the illusion that you've hit a good shot. It's not the case, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of jump between like two systems here at the same time.
Okay.
So I'd say something interesting's happened, but in a good way. I was kind of hoping it would go in that direction. Like
Right.
you're a little over the top now, which to me is like where I was kind of hoping you would go.
Okay.
Purely because it's almost closer to being in a good swing, being slightly over the top,
Then totally flat.
than totally from the inside.
Okay.
So that's where the inconsistencies in strike comes from right now. And I would say kind of those chunks.
Right.
In the process of how we work through the swing, like I would be fine going more that direction because it's much easier to kind of like stabilize that through better body motion and then shallow you out and get you more neutral.
Okay.
So I understand like maybe the last week, couple of rounds you play could be frustrating because you could go from hitting it really well to really badly within either two
One
swings or like 2 holes, you know, it kind of jumps around. So I get it, it's a little frustrating, but
It's genuinely shot to shot.
yeah.
Like I can hit a smack, an absolute chunk, and put a second ball down and just hit it
To be
absolutely
perfect, right?
perfect.
Yeah. So no, I mean I get that. That's a little annoying for sure. So this is gonna render it. Because I think still the reason why I'm not worried about you being, say, slightly over the top, the structure through your arms is actually really good. It's way better than it was before.
Okay.
Right? You'll see it on the video in a sec. So that your arm structure, everything there is great. If we just understand a little bit better body tilts and body rotation on the backswing and on the downswing, you'll be able to match it up really good.
Just something I'm immediately spotted there. I'm left-eyed. So actually my left eye is straight over the ball.
Correct. But can you see that your right hip is sitting back and up, right?
Yeah, but is that because my left eye is over the ball? Like, as if I'm standing there, I'm thinking that's straight underneath my eyes, but I'm very dominant left eye.
Are you left eye dominant?
Yeah, so that's gonna put me behind the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
If I stand,
you know, those little details, do I think they make that big of a difference? In my personal opinion, not really.
no, but I mean, I haven't looked at that, but if I genuinely put that on the yellow line thinking I'm looking straight down over
Straight
the
down
line,
at it.
and now I can see I'm not.
For me, the only thing that I see there that really I would change is creating a little bit more kind of tilt through the head. So feeling like the left eye is higher than the right. So kind of a little bit of that. But that's also going to come through just bumping that left hip forward, which will create a little bit more tilt in the spine.
Right.
If you're looking at the ball like that, I'm not that worried, but because in the backswing that's going to end up happening. It should be happening anyway.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you have a little bit of a preset, which is not massive for me. Those are all the ones that I'm really worried about. So they don't tell you who the pro is, but it's a PGA pro. So it's a reference.
Okay.
There's some numbers that I don't necessarily always agree with, but they're very pretty close to it, right? So I would say, so that would be at setup, right?
Okay. It's not a million miles away, right?
No, it's actually really close to it, right? To me, there's nothing there that I would really change.
I think, and the pelvis turn could simply be looking at that left foot looks open. That's automatically going to add some pelvis turn. So,
But that's good. I want that.
yeah.
Right. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to run it through positions, right? So left arm parallel to the ground. So there you would see turn in the pelvis is pretty much exactly the same. Chest turn's the same. Side bend, everything there is pretty matched up, right?
Yep.
Hi.
So we get to the top of the backswing, turn, side bend. Everything's pretty much exactly the same again.
All right.
Right, so that's
good.
a lot better than where we started. I wish we had this in the first lesson because we would have seen everything being way under rotated,
Yeah.
right? So from that perspective, everything's actually way more on plane. We lose a little bit of like chest, so you can see the bend there in the chest.
Yeah.
So you've added a little bit more extension,
Okay.
right? So he's still -1. Like I said, it's like 2 degrees, so it's not that big of a difference. But you've added a little bit more of that, where he's still a little bit more in forward bend.
Right. Okay.
But again, marginally, as he gets to the top, halfway down. So here is where we start seeing like quite a big change.
Yeah. I'm still behind.
Yeah. And so again, look at your like chest side bend. Right, you're negative, so you're still a lot down that way.
Yeah.
He's already letting his lead side go up. So in your case of doing that, which way is that going to push the club?
Just gonna push it out, and then it's gonna come across the ball.
Across the ball,
hit
right?
the ball left.
Yeah. So that's one of the big differences we'll start seeing in, and then at impact, turns a little under-rotated from where we would be, but we kind of expect that because of where this position is here.
Yeah.
You're under-rotated and kind of more down with the lead side, so you're never going to get open enough through the golf ball as you work through, right? So it's going to make it a lot harder for you to do that.
Yeah. But if you go the impact position, it looks like I'm exactly the same behind as I was on the last one. So I'm just behind. I've just not caught up. I've just not started.
Yeah, well, you can't catch up because of that initial movement. That from the top of the backswing to this is halfway down, or like delivery position, right? So from there to there, you're slightly under-rotated, slightly more negative, so slightly more down. So it's going to be hard for you to kind of get into that good impact position.
Yeah, exactly.
You're trying to, but it's just hard for you to do that, right?
And it's a big improvement, but it's just not there yet.
Like, I mean, your backswing's pretty damn good from where we started. I kind of wish, like I said, wish we had this earlier.
Yeah.
Would have given us much better data, right? So if we look at, and we'll see it pretty closely in the video here. We see pretty good rotation there.
Yeah.
Like again, I like the structure in the arms. Like your wrist is, left wrist is flat, everything's good there. I would just say that left arm is a little too steep.
Right, okay.
So we need to create depth. So that's one of the main reasons why you have that initial like downwards motion, because you're so upright here. It's hard work, and we're trying to get away from you rerouting the club on the inside.
Yeah.
So now you go, okay, we'll just need to stay there. So from here, you can see everything just works a little steep into the golf ball.
Yeah.
Right? So really not that hard in the sense of we want to just maintain rotation and create a little bit more depth with the arms.
Right.
And if we create a little bit more depth with the arms, we can then, we can go from there. We can kind of show you how to level out here and then extend. Like kind of what we did in the first lesson. We added some extension through that lead side, right? Where at the moment you're just kind of working 2 down and then trying to recover late.
Yeah, it's like a loop as opposed to a...
Yeah. So from there you can just see, like now it's all kind of recovery. It's a better impact position than I've seen you in, so it's already better there. You're getting some more shaft lean through it. Hips kind of stall out there. We could rotate a little bit more, but it has to stall out because you're getting steep. If you turn and the shaft's already getting steep, it's going to get steeper and more out to in. So you can't really do that. Okay. So my first goal here is we're just going to create a little bit more depth with your left arm or your lead arm. Okay. We're not going to take the width away. We're just going to create a little bit more depth. And depth is just a fancy word of saying a little bit more around you.
Yeah.
So if we create a little bit more depth, and then I would almost say just let you swing, we'll see the numbers change. I'm pretty sure that it changes.
Okay.
We'll get the path a little bit more neutral. We get a little bit more shallower into the ball, and we stop that chunk. Okay. That make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you just keep the eye on the golf ball, right hip, right rib cage gets around you, and you feel like you're underneath there. Good. Okay. I want you to hit this one for me. Start again. Good. It's okay. Oh, I need to put the TrackMan on again. Do that in a sec. Right side around. There you go. How'd that feel?
It felt like I did quite a bit of a loop with the club though.
On the way down?
I kind of went, I don't know which way I went. I definitely felt like I looped.
Okay. Ah.
Like I didn't just take the same line back and hit the same line through.
Maybe felt that way. I wouldn't say it looked that way.
Okay.
For sure.
I mean, maybe that's because it's a different angle to what I'm used to, but
It sounded pretty good.
it went straight left.
Straight left.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at your club face, there's 12 degrees to the left. Kind of has to go there. Okay, so turn. Yeah. Good.
That's the one I've been hitting the last week or so. It's the one that just goes.
But look at your face there. It's only got one place to go. If you're pointing that club face 11 degrees left, remember what I said to you, starting directions all face at impact, it's not path.
Sure, but why has it suddenly gone so far left? Is that from this position?
I mean, what I saw in the video there, you were square
Yeah.
at the top of the backswing. Maybe a touch shot, but not that much closed. Right, so something that's changed. But what I would say is, like, since we've started this drill where we're trying to create depth, you're under rotating. Like you're going more this way than turning the right side around. Yes. So I want to see that rotation. Yes, don't change the rotation because your rotation was good before. We're just trying to get the arms in a better position.
It's definitely looping. I have a,
You feel looping this way?
yeah, I'm coming like that.
Okay, I'll put the video on now in a sec.
I mean, yeah, it's massive, yeah, completely.
It's supposed to go the other way. I would say a lot of it's also to do with, like I said, before we changed anything, you rotated a lot better. Your arms were just high. Now you kind of like want to get depth with your arms and everything's getting stuck.
Okay.
Like you're not rotating nearly as good as you did 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
So I want this right side to still move around you. I'm almost just wanting the arms to follow a little bit. Yes. To feel like the arms are a little bit more deeper and back behind you.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to do for the first half now.
Okay.
So when I put the club on your shoulder, then I say swing underneath it. It's like almost like you're going this way, which again will push the club out and away from you. So just same as the first lesson, get that right side back and around you. Let your arms and hands just follow, just a touch. So you feel like slightly, I hate using the word flat, but feel flatter. It's actually just more depth, but flatter is better to understand. Okay.
So that felt more like that, and then it's just gone massively left.
Yes. Good. I know where that's coming from. I just need you to get comfortable with that backswing first. It's kind of what we saw on Sportsbox, the movement into the ball. That's why it's kind of pushing this way. But let's get you just slightly better at the top of the backswing. And then I can show you how to change your transition. Because that's the big one. right? So if you look at this, like that's where we want you to be,
Okay.
right? But look at your transition.
It actually goes even steeper, yeah.
Yeah, so what we saw in sports box is you've gone down first,
Yeah.
right? Which again, just is gonna push everything out and away from you. And then you're trying to rotate, what's it gonna do? It's just gonna push it further that way, right? So I wanna create a little bit of depth and then get you to understand how we can go, in your case now, a little bit more underneath. I know in the initial lesson, the first lesson, we got you to kind of work down,
Yeah.
but that was much easier for you to do because the club was, say, a little further behind you.
Was it?
Yeah, because you were more on the inside,
Okay.
right? So now that you're, I would say, pretty decent here, this movement's killing you. Like that initial downwards motion with the lead shoulder,
Yeah.
getting everything to push out in front of you. We need to get you in this position, and there's multiple different ways to get you to feel up through the, not up through the ball, but get the lead side a little bit more active through the ball.
Okay.
Getting the club a touch more behind you instead of out in front of you. Because at the moment, what's happening is that, like the balance point, so kind of that part of the golf swing, that's the most important. We want to try and keep that behind our hands in the downswing.
Right.
For as much as we can, right? So that's basically the mass of the club. So if we can keep that behind our hands, the club naturally shallows out, keeps that behind us, that's going to promote rotation. But at the moment, as your body moves this way, we're starting to move that balance point out in front of our hands.
Right.
Now we're in trouble. Now it's just all. Good.
All right. So I
So-
just need to chop it.
Yeah, I would say like this is one of my favorite drills for you to kind of do. So I would get you to make that backswing so you create a little bit more depth, and then literally just like feel like you're hitting almost like a little up on it, like letting the lead side rise through it. You can even feel like you're a little shut off, not overly rotated.
All
Just
right.
kind of bump them down there at like 50, 60 yards. So creating a little depth. And work your way through. So like really feel like you're getting this way through the ball. So from there your lead side or your lead shoulder immediately works up versus in your case down and forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So kind of bump them down there like 50, 60 yards.
Professionals, so good because the sharp angle is here, it's not.
It's pretty decent.
Sharp angle is the same when you're right.
It's a nice rotation on the way back.
Handkerchiefs mostly go try and turn, try and shadow this like this.
I need to just hit it over there.
And on the shots.
But even there, look at your path, like way out to end. So now you've got your path going this way, plus your face matching it kind of has to go left.
Yeah.
So let's get to the top of your backswing. Stop for me. From here.
Okay, you concentrate on this, yeah? And I will back the block. Let's do it together slowly. Stop. Dummy release and stop.
That felt so weird.
There's different ways to do it. I just want to see like kind of what comes natural and the easiest to you.
It's two separate directions. One is going
It's
here,
all right.
That is
shadowing out.
not the natural one.
Okay.
Let me hit one more.
All right. Turn. Good. Okay. Well, let's work on it this way. So get to the top of your backswing. As you get to the top, as you start down, I want you to start straightening your right arm, pushing your right arm out, but maintaining wrist conditions, right? Yeah. So you're just going to feel from here, push that straighten, but don't lose your wrist position, right? So hold the wrist position, not all the way, but at least as you start down, make sure you maintain wrist conditions. We don't want to early release, right? We don't want to let the wrist go early. Yeah. So, right arm. Better? Let's keep going.
Better than the other one.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is if you start doing this, it's going to naturally lower the hands, so it's going to stop the hands from going out in front of you. If you can maintain wrist angle, it's also going to leave the shaft on plane, because at the moment everything's working more that way. If you can work straighter down, maintain wrist conditions, it's going to lower the hands, keep the club more behind us. But obviously we're doing this all while we rotate. So now it's going to be on plane, but it's going to feel to you like it's all kind of happening very far behind you.
Nice to have you as a customer. All right? So. That's a luxury. Okay, I want 5 kilos of this, 10
Yeah.
kilos of this, and then okay, send it.
It's kind of what we want to see, right? How'd that feel?
Very punchy. Like, is it supposed to feel like I'm just almost completely punching it? I don't quite know how I'm going to follow through from that.
Yeah, we need to add some rotation to that, but I want to get the club kind of traveling on the correct path first. Because at the moment, if you're swinging over the top like you are there, and we add rotation to try and shut out, what's going to happen? The club's going to just get further out to in, right? So I'm just trying to match this transition first,
Yeah.
and then we can add that rotation, which will take away of that punch feel.
Okay.
See, like that's still a little over the top, like out to in.
I mean, I feel like I'm really straightening that arm, so.
Okay, so a little bit more body rotation for me, yes. And then, good. I'll show you here. Get ready? Turn. So the right arm straightens in that direction. Feel how far that club's behind you. Maintain wrist conditions. Yes.
I mean, that's almost like that straight arm drill that we did the other day.
Very similar, but this is on the way down, not on the way up, right? It's okay. Turn. Yes. Better. Good. See the path there moved a little less left.
Yeah.
Good. Bigger rotation on the backswing. Yes. There you go. That's what we really want to see. There you go.
Club path 1.4. It's just even going the other way.
Look at your face, 0.4. Right? And that didn't feel punchy.
It did.
Yeah, but didn't sound as...
Oh, it didn't sound like I was just, it was just a
Yeah.
stabby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were punching, but it was more from the inside, not from the outside. Like your angle of attack there, like 5 degrees down, like there was no way like before we started with the first lesson to get you there, you were like actually hitting up on it.
Yeah.
So nice shoulder turn. Not bad. It's going to be a little left. Actually not. It's pretty good. What is the face there? Slightly shut.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at that in a sec. So nice shoulder turn, hands depth.
And that's gone the other way. I mean, that's probably just a timing issue, right? Because
Yeah.
it's just... But did
So-
the swing actually look okay from there?
Yeah, so I'm going to show you the difference here. We'll have a look at it on the screen. I mean, to me, this is not perfect yet, but the club path has moved a lot, especially in transition.
Well, that's where you want me to be, right?
Mm-hmm. See, like, I wouldn't say that the one on the left is perfect yet, but you can see how much shallower that's working, right?
Yeah.
So in transition, that's starting to look a lot better. Out to in, this is a lot more on plane at least, right? There's some right leg stuff that we have to look at there. Your right knee kind of pushes forward, which doesn't help you at all. So I would say that's going to be next issue, because if your right knee pushes that way, it kind of pushes your arms and hands, everything away from you even more, right?
Yeah.
But that's not for right now. But seeing as if we kind of match these up, so let's go left arm parallel to the ground. Should be there. Left arm parallel to the ground.
This was okay. This was outside. No, it is in the beginning, but it's
Right.
yes.
You can see there's through your neckline. There it's like underneath your right shoulder, right? So
I find it interesting that both of those are actually just past the ball. The line actually.
yeah. So
I haven't, even though the angle has changed, I haven't actually pushed the
shaft angle still.
shaft away from the ball or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I would say the shaft angle could still go.
Flatter.
Yeah, but that will do kind of. I would say the big reason why you're not getting it is still a little lack of rotation, right? Because you're working on a drill, you're probably not swinging as far back as you would in a full swing.
Correct.
The more you're going to get there, the more the shaft will naturally kind of tip back. You'll be able to do that much better. All right. But I would say there you can see a big difference. Into delivery, the club is now a little bit more behind the hands, in line with the hands, which is kind of perfect. You can see there the club's more out in front of you.
Yeah.
Very left. A little bit more square through the ball. Definitely better, without a doubt. Like I would get, from there, I'd get the chest just a little bit more back. Just try and get that right shoulder a little bit more back.
Okay.
We'd be pretty good from there. If we can do this for another 5-10 minutes, and then add some of that lower body movement, I want to get out.
I wanted to hit some driver today because that's actually been the worst thing that I've. But all right.
I mean, this will apply. If you do this with your irons, you're going to do that with your driver too. Okay. I'd almost be 100% certain that you would do the same thing.
Okay. Well, let's do the last few minutes with the driver just to see if I can see some movement on that mannequin dude thing.
Sure.
Because that will be good to know for my own reference points.
It's a little bit more chest, yeah? That's the miss you want to hit.
Yeah, the dead straight miss.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, who doesn't want that?
A little bit more depth. Yes. Yes, there you go. That was around you enough. Ah! So that's the one where, instead of going that direction,
I pushed the hands out and then it didn't really commit to it properly.
So from there, let that happen, right? The right arm goes straight, I would say straightens behind you. Yes, there. Still, nice depth with the chest. Good.
Well, that felt better. It's still left, but it's...
If you look at your path there, 0-0, right? Face is a little shot.
Yeah, well, quite a lot shot, but yeah.
5 degrees is a lot. There you go. I'm a fan of that.
Kind of felt a bit more like the original swings though, the bit over the toppy.
I mean, 0.6. It's not much.
Yeah, but it felt like it was more of that one than this one.
More under. Could have been. To me, like, it looked pretty neutral.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't video that one, so I can't tell you exactly, but it looked pretty neutral for me. 0.8. Okay, let's hold on a sec here.
See, I have a Colombian friend now. One membership with Glen Ridge, so he plays a lot with the Malays. And retired. Plays golf every day. So the first word, so slow.
Get ready for me.
Plays, oh my god.
So I want you to swing.
Malay word that he learned very quickly is cepat. Cepat means
Make sure your right knee does not knock the alignment stick. So as you come down or as you go up, it shouldn't move into the alignment stick, should not touch it.
Okay.
So depth with the chest. Yeah, so it should move inside of that, right?
That's one way to do it.
Just make sure it doesn't touch. There you go. Perfect. So chest turn. Good. That's perfect. Super nice.
Can't control my arms with that though. Can't control my arms there. If I'm... It's such
I
a
think
different
you'd be surprised. I know it feels just super weird to you, but when you see it on the video, I reckon you'd... No, that's all right. Just rotate through it. Don't let this scare you. Can't hurt you. Turn. Pretty good though. Okay, look at this. This is unbelievable. How good is that?
Knee's still going forward, but not, I guess, not much.
Nearly as much. But can you see how it's affected your path? Look how different. That's now it's spot on.
Okay.
Your body's a little under rotated, right? But that's normal because you're so focused on where that knee is, right?
Exactly.
So that's fine. I'm gonna put this on the screen so you can see the difference between the two. I want to have a look at something quickly. Just get ready. A little bit of space. Okay, loosen up your grip just for me to touch. Okay, that to you feels open.
Yep.
It's actually square. Okay, try and make that same swing. Okay, good. Path is getting there. So I'm just trying to get that club face a little squarer. Turn, chest, and through. Good.
Feels like I'm like...
It's just because you're chunking it. You're hitting it a little heavy. Like your path now is like 0.8, 0.
Yeah.
It's good. We're just still getting like, if your club face there, it's like 6 degrees shut, right? The face is closer to dress there. Face control.
Yeah, just us again.
Look at that path, 0.4. Like your path's perfect. We need to figure out how to square your face up now.
It's getting worse. Minus 14, that's like...
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah,
Minus...
it's pretty shut.
This take a lot of my time. Like today I have to
Alright, so face open, ball back. Don't shut it more. Perfect path. 10 degrees shut. Have a look.
Now I'm trying to swing right.
Yeah, don't swing right. So path is good. Okay, get it right. Okay, open up your right hand for me. Just turn it like 2 notches that way.
That way?
No, towards me. Yeah, that's too much, too much, too much, too much. It's just there, yeah. Your hands are just super active at the moment. Like there's a lot of like forearm rotation through the ball.
Yeah.
A lot of hand rotation through, because like your path is pretty much sorted now. If you can keep doing that, you haven't swung one that was either too far left or too far right.
No.
At the moment, that club face is just coming through very, very shut. And like even your angle of attack's more down, so that's all good. It's just there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Just trying to find what's the easiest way for you to square that up. Good. Nice. Try and okay, get it ready for me quickly. Just make a backswing. So there. So try and add a little bit of cup,
bit more
cup on your left wrist.
More cup?
Yeah.
That we were just trying to get rid of?
Hmm?
That we were just trying to get rid of last week. I went from cup to straight and now you want me to go back again.
I just want to see if it has a direct influence on your face, that's all.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to see. I wanted to see if it's still going to go left if you don't do that. But it's the same.
It's exactly the same. So it doesn't actually matter?
No.
Right.
Just trying to eliminate what I see in your face.
I don't know what I did there, but it felt way better.
We see, what I'm starting to see is like just path-wise, you're great. I'm just trying to find the, like I know there's a lot of forearm rotation.
Yeah.
But what would be the simplest, easiest way for us to just eliminate that?
Yeah.
I mean, I can ask you to hit hold-off shots where you hold the face open. Doesn't feel very powerful. Doesn't feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
And where do you go from there? Like you can't hit like this for the rest of your life.
No.
It's like trying to hit a cover drive.
Every shot.
Yeah, every shot.
Even if you want to hit left, but hit a cover drive. Like.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not quite the option. But I know if I ask you just to do that, the face will square up. But over a long period of time, that's just not the option.
I mean, it's such a good hit. It's just 95. Can I just point out what I think might be causing? So it's not. I'm not entirely sure.
Sure.
But when I come back, I lift my heel, and then when it goes down, it's very much like that.
Which is some of the best players in the world do that.
Yeah, but they start like this, right? And then they that's their path.
No, you'll see
Whereas
some of the
mine's
best.
going.
You'll see some of the best players in the world get like that as they start their downswing.
So I'm some of the best players.
No, I'm just saying I don't think you repositioning your left foot is causing the face to go left.
I thought it might be doing the path, but I mean we've kind of fixed the path.
Your path is now at 0,
That's
right?
not a problem.
I just see like. Let me take one from front on so I can show it to you. Ooh.
I mean, it's. Should I go with a different ball position? Well, not for the video, but.
Slightly back would be better. You are hitting a 9-iron.
I haven't got the purest strike every time, but straight away, it's not short.
I mean, it's just.
See how much that right arm is on top of your left arm?
Yeah.
Right hand. It's crazy shot. Like your impact position is actually
Perfect.
super good. But you can see that
It's
that
moving
right
so hard.
that right hand's getting like a lot that way, right?
Yeah, it's.
So you
Like
could
the impact position is actually okay, but it's just because it's moving so fast. It's
yes. So you know something that you can work on.
If
Sorry.
I move it back in the stance,
The angle is so good there.
Yeah, we'll delay some of
it's
it.
gonna not have been so far round.
Right,
Right?
yeah, it will delay it. But I'm feeling like at 15 degrees, how much are you going to be able to move it to neutral by just, you'd almost have to hit it off your toe of your back foot. Like realistically, right?
Yeah.
Should be that good
But
to invest that much time.
I just feel like there's a lot of like right arm this way.
It's like a full-time job.
Yeah.
7 to 7.
We might,
And I never really felt that I was doing that because I always used to slice it,
yeah,
and you can't slice it if your forearm's going like that.
realistically, yeah, you can't. Well, you shouldn't be able to. If you do it, you're very talented. Right? But yeah, we need to kind of maybe get you to feel like the face stays just a touch more open through the ball. Like trying to get your right palm facing the target for longer. At the moment, your right palm's kind of pointing down, the right elbow's kind of spinning out,
What
right?
about if I like think about flipping it this way instead of rotating it?
If you're gonna do that, I'd use the left arm, so left wrist, so I get the left wrist to feel like it's pointing to the sky that way, not the right.
But it's being driven by the right hand, obviously.
Not necessarily.
No, I feel it. I feel it.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that release?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's by the right arm.
But if I think about the right hand doing this instead of this,
I mean,
is
yeah,
that theoretical?
theoretically, yeah. I just always prefer like feeling like the logo of your glove. It's kind of pointing to the sky as you release it, but it's kind of the same principle.
I mean, being driven by the. I mean, no, it's.
See, you need to
I
get
can't
more
move it.
that way. Let's try and hit a few just without thinking about like how to release it. Just try and hit where you're trying to keep the face pointing at the target. So that little cover drive we were just talking about.
Yeah.
But that was what you've been trying every time. Yes. That's when you hit
That was
a nice roll.
like
And shallow enough, that's
it wasn't quite cover drive, but it's the.
coming shallow enough. The good
So do that. I'll catch it on the video.
perfect angle. So you strike
You ready?
Yeah. Nice little turn. Hold the face. That's the ball, not you. Really good path.
I mean, it wasn't as good as the one before, but it was definitely better.
So look at the difference in release pattern here. So the right hand's not nearly as on top and the left there, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't turn over. But you actually technically still get all the way through. It doesn't look like you're holding it off.
every shot, you know it.
No, I don't think it.
But it
the
feels
second
like
one-
it, right?
The first one did. That one didn't feel so much. I think I didn't.
Didn't release it as. So nice chest turn. Hold it off.
I mean, completely chunked it. So
Very good.
Hit a couple like that.
Very good. Now, the face. But
Your face was 0-1 there.
now the mechanics,
Chest turn. Hold it off.
the club face will match. It's long. Keep that sequence.
Perfect path. Perfect strike.
And if you're gonna go out golfing,
I'd also say you're aiming a little bit more left than the 170.
I think it's around.
Technically.
It's around here.
Doesn't matter.
So don't go in.
Like now you're aiming pretty straight. So chest turn, hold it off.
This is the fairway. It's below. Left pitch.
Good.
I feel like this flatter swing is pushing the.
What 170?
Like,
Pushing the club to rotate more.
yeah. Because if I'm coming from here, just this.
Well, I mean,
Do you know what I mean though?
I
If I'm
hear what
coming
you're
like
saying.
this, I can't really rotate because of the angle of the swing, right? And if I'm coming here, I almost have to. Just in the natural movement of doing this versus doing this.
sure. But you're not.
I'm not saying like this is the right. That's the solution. I'm just
No.
saying that it feels like the steeper it is, the less wrist movement I can put into it.
I don't disagree with you there at all.
So I just have to work out how to kind of
We-
steal that system while.
We can see that when you swing it with a little bit more depth, your path is correct. We just need to delay the face a little bit, right? Because if you look at these two, like if you look at the difference in positioning here,
Maybe.
like you'll see most of the best players in the world do what you do on the left,
And the great thing about it is,
Right.
right? And for me, like spine angle, face angle, so those kind of match up.
Yeah.
that's how the pros
I would say one thing that we definitely do see here is
trouble.
we could actually work on your, that'd be interesting to see. Maybe work on your hands exiting slightly different. Maybe that has a different feel on your club face. That could be different. Because at the moment your hands are exiting like too far right. If we get your hands to exit more left, that was already better, but not perfect yet. Did you feel like your hands went more left there?
I was just trying to send my hands like up and straight, really. Instead of like coming like around, I was just trying to go like over there.
Okay, so I want to try something here with you, see how this goes. Because if you can swing it like that on your downswing,
Exactly where you aim.
you should hit it really good. So as you come through, I want you to feel like your butt end of the club goes left and the club does this. It's a little bit of AE Tommy Fleetwood,
Okay.
right? So feel like the butt end of the club goes super left.
So with your high grade, with your fairway wood, with your 7, 16, little bit.
Good, then
Like that.
just, yeah, you just needed a little bit better on the backswing. You kind of made the backswing a little short and tight. Nice chest turn, let the hands go left.
Well, I mean that's faded, so it can't be negative face angle.
No, definitely not.
Well, apparently so.
Well, it's because your path is a little bit more left, right?
To swing by, visit me, my shop, yeah?
Okay, so a little deeper with the chest turn. No, not the backswing. That was your old backswing. So what we're looking for is we want to see this, right? Club travels in, and from here we know, so if we take this white line for example, that's basically the arc of the golf swing. But your golf swing now works in, and then your hands travels out on that direction,
Yeah.
right? Which ends up when the hand starts working out, the club will start rotating and catching up.
Yeah, because if the hands go this way, I can't keep going unless they turn.
Yes. So what we're trying to get you to do is make that same downswing till about here, and then letting the hands actually start exiting left. Now you'll be able to control the face better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But what's happening right now is we're trying to do like almost too much in one session. We're trying to get you to turn, create depth, good in transition, and then now trying to go left. It's just a lot going on there. But it's because you want to go play golf. It doesn't, if I tell you to go play golf and just expect the ball to go left, that's no fun for you, right? Your path might be great, but the ball's going to go left.
That's the down. I think the swing's all right.
Okay. Just do this one like slow for me. There. Now start down and left. That would be a good rehearsal.
I'll just put the C in there. So it'll be- Can I add a C in there?
You can do whatever you want. Otherwise, it goes to waste.
Yes.
But my hands went up, right? You want me to keep my hands lower though, right?
This is the last one. Where did your hands go up? Your hands actually started going left, right? So if you look at that versus see what I mean by hands goes out,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Here, hands are starting to kind of go left. Club face still rotates a little hard, but you.
Well, it's going to take ages to fix
Yeah.
that.
But can you see what I mean by you're on plane on that one, right? When you're feeling like your hand's actually going left, you're on plane, versus when you go into a good position, hands goes out, the club starts overtaking, right? Like
Yeah.
you're getting a lot of that. Nice chest turn. T-piece. Yeah, you could feel a little bit more like hold offish. So butt end of the club gets low across your hip. So it X's on your hip line and the face stays square to the target a little longer.
Yeah.
3 hours, so you can still 10.
Good.
Half an hour.
That felt more like what I was supposed to be doing.
Trying to get me
I would say so. Okay, let's get one of those on the video.
texting me.
And I would say, like, I want you to exaggerate it a little bit. Like, feel like you're going very left, like very hold offish.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing it off the tee.
Yeah, because you don't worry about hitting the ground, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really need the giant tee, but whatever.
And you ask me,
It's not like he should be fun.
I know about it.
So, just let the hands go left, hold the face up. Just turn the face. Your hands went left.
But one thing about him, I forgot to tell you that
But I didn't feel like I flipped that. That was just,
you cannot see out his level.
well, looking at that, I obviously did, but it didn't feel like I
It's definitely
flipped it
better.
as bad. Well, it is. It's just slow motion.
It's definitely exiting better.
It still turned, but it wasn't like this turn. It was like this
Yeah.
turn.
Correct.
So I slowed the hands down, but that didn't really help me.
It's going to take some time.
Because he might not think, but somebody just brought it up.
That felt better.
Yeah, was better.
So yeah, so that's why maybe his head, because he, you know, like
Right. But so again, like I said earlier, is just like we're really trying to do a lot here and trying to get you to go create depth, create good transition, and then asking to go left. There's some lower body stuff like with your knee that with that alignment stick that's better. I would get you to hit shots like this just when you get onto the golf course. On the golf course, I'd get the face a touch open at address,
Yeah.
right? Just a little open at address. I'd focus on getting depth with the shoulders, making sure this works under, so that right arm, and then just really holding the face. So it'd go. Like, yes, we want to work on hand path and exit and try and stop that rotation of the right hand. But I feel like you trying to do all of those things at once, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
You won't be able to manage all of that all at once.
All right.
And if you need to, just do it slowly at the range first, like being able to just feel like you point that face open.
I mean, I feel like that's a shot I play with my wedges anyway.
It would be, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But it kind of feels a bit less comfortable the more.
Sure. But it's because like those ones you hit left, you hit the middle of the club face, it feels great, but it's 40, 50 yards left.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And it's just because this is what you're comfortable doing. Like you like, that's like your pattern. You want to do that.
Yeah.
Right? For right now, we've basically fixed your path. Your path's perfect.
Yeah.
Now it's just trying to slow down some of that rotation. Again, if this right knee works in, there's a lot more motion with the hands. If the right knee can stay get back to its original flex but not overflex, you'll be able to rotate this way better. That's why you'll see on Coach Now that the video where you have the lineman stick on your knee, your body looks different through the ball because you can't go that way. And if that happens, there's a lot of flip again, right? That's why there's just a lot going on in your golf swing at the moment. I would try and keep it super simple. I'd create depth with my backswing. So my arms are a little lower. I'd work the trail arm down because that gets my transition on plane. And just feel like I'm holding the face open a little bit.
Okay.
Right, let's get some drivers out quickly.